What is going on, guys, and welcome to the video. My name is Hostility and we're not on Call of Duty today, but I have decided to show you guys some Battlefield 4 gameplay. Now this is a gameplay that I found on my hard drive, and it was recorded quite a while back, but it is a pretty decent gameplay, so I decided to show this to you guys instead of the usual Call of Duty, just to spice things up a little bit. I don't want to be uploading Call of Duty all too often, so if you guys do enjoy, please be sure to let me know, and I will go ahead and record some fresh gameplay for you guys, since this is quite old. But today I'm going to be doing a $600 PC gaming build for you guys. So if you're in the market for a gaming PC, $600 is a perfect entry point. This build will run most games at medium to high settings, and $600 is pretty much the amount that you would pay for a next gen console plus accessories and games. So let's get straight into the build. So I do have two builds here today to cater to both the AMD and Intel community. So if you want to go AMD, then go ahead with the AMD build, but if you want to go Intel, then go ahead with the Intel build. So let's kick things off with the Intel side of things. For the processor, I would go with the Intel Core i3 4160 3.6 GHz dual core processor. Now i3s are often quite overlooked. Most people go with i5s nowadays, but an i3 is still a pretty solid processor, especially at this price point. i3 will tackle most tasks and will do them quite well. I actually do have an i3 in my build, but it's one of the older ones, and it still runs perfectly. If you do want, you can upgrade to the i5 if you want to, though, and that will get you some more horsepower under your gaming PC hood. Now, for the AMD side of things, the AMD FX 6350 3.9 GHz 6-core processor is sounds like a beast. To be honest, I don't have any experience with AMD, but as far as the processors go, you do get more bang for your buck with AMD. You get a 6-core instead of a dual-core. So with AMD, you'll have more processing power under your belt, but you're going to be lacking in graphics since the processor is a bit more expensive. So yeah, I had to skimp out on the graphics card a little bit for the AMD build. Now if you are going with the AMD, you might want to go with a CPU cooler, and for that I chose the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo. Definitely a really solid cooler, been used for many years by many gaming enthusiasts, and yeah, it's just a really awesome air cooler. And with that, I reckon you can get an overclock of up to 4.5. So yeah. Now for the motherboard, for the Intel side of things, you want to go with the Gigabyte GA-H97M HD3 Micro ATX board. Gigabyte has been known for making really good solid boards, and this one is no exception. These Gigabyte boards have all the features you'll need, like USB 3, HDMI, and will run perfectly with no problems with your Core i3. Now with the AMD side of things, still going with Gigabyte, but this time the GA970A UD3P ATX AM3 motherboard. This is just the variant, AMD variant of the board, so you won't go wrong with the Gigabyte boards. So for the memory, the G.Skill Ripjaws series 8GB, and that's 2 sticks of 4 DDR3 1600 MHz memory is a great choice. 8GB is pretty much the standard for memory in gaming PCs nowadays, but if you can get your hands on a cheaper brand, or another brand that's reliable, for example Corsair Vengeance, if you can get that for cheaper, then go with that. But at the moment, G.Skill Ripjaws are the cheapest available 8GB set on PC Power Picker. For storage, the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB 7200 RPM drive is awesome because it has a terabyte of space, which is plenty if you ask me, and it spins at 7200 RPM, which is the standard for hard drives. Not as fast as an SSD, but yeah, it's a solid hard drive and it won't do you wrong. For the video card, for the AMD side of things, you want to go with the Asus Radeon R9 280 3GB DirectCU 2 video card. That was a long name. So the Asus variant of the card of the already awesome R9 280 it has the DirectCU 2 cooler on it, so it'll run a lot cooler than the reference model, and will be an awesome card in your gaming build. Now, if you are going Intel, you can go with the R9 290X version of the card, since you're not spending as much money on the CPU and the cooler. So, for the case, I went with the NZXT Source 210 Elite, your choice of black or white, ATX mid tower. So this case has actually been featured in a lot of these builds, since it is cheap and it is a awesome case. NZXT makes awesome cases, so it does look good and you won't go wrong with the case as well. Now, for the power supply, the Corsair Builder 500 watt 80 plus bronze certified is a awesome choice, because Corsair is very well known for making awesome power supplies, so you won't have any issues there. And 500 watts is plenty of power to power this build, and get some overclocking done, especially in the AMD version of the build. It is 80 plus bronze certified, so it will run quite power efficient. So yeah, and it is pretty cheap as well, at 30 bucks at Newegg. So the total price for these builds, for the Intel one is $592.68, and the AMD one comes in at $584.53. So these are just part lists. You don't have to go exactly to my list, because this is a gaming PC and you can mix and match parts, but just make sure that they're all compatible with each other. Now, time for upgrades. So if you do have extra money and you want to make the PC a little bit better, then you can go with my recommended upgrades. So for the Intel, you can go ahead and get the i5 or an i5 variant, and you'll get a little bit more processing power. And for the AMD, you can go ahead and go with the 8 core, and that'll give you 2 extra cores, which is a lot, and you'll be able to render videos with ease. A recommended upgrade from me would be an SSD, and with that I'd go with the Samsung 840 EVO 250GB 2.5-inch solid state drive. Now, SSDs vastly improve your gaming PC experience. They improve loading times, boot up times, and just super fast. So you'd want to put your games and your operating system and all your software and stuff on the SSD, and you'd want to keep all your media and stuff on the 1TB drive, or you could just go with the SSD alone. If you do want an optical drive, then I have one in the description, and an operating system you could go with Windows, or you could pirate one, which I don't recommend, but yeah. So there you go, that's the $600 gaming PC build. Just everything that you need and that you'd want is down in the description below. The whole part list and the PC part picker plus upgrades and stuff like that are all in the description below, so you open that up, it's like a gold mine, and you'll find everything that you need there if you do want to build the PC. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this style of commentary. Leave a like if you want more gaming PC builds, and if you do want to see more Battlefield 4 content. And also, if you have any feedback, please be sure to leave them in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.